Hey everybody, I'm here with a quick video on Snoop Dogg versus TS Madison. So Snoop Dogg recently said on a podcast that he took his grandkids to see the movie Lightyear. Okay, it's a kids movie, a Disney movie, where you can't get no more kid intended than a Disney movie, right? So he said he took his grandkids to see the Disney movie Lightyear, and there must have been a scene in there where two adults had a baby, but it was two same-sex adults. So two females had a baby, and he said his grandkids turned to him and was like, "Papa, what? How can a girl have a baby with a girl?" And Snoop Dogg said he was not ready to explain the situation, and he said pretty much that this should not be in Disney movies. This should not be in kids' movies. Now, listen, they claim we have freedom of speech, but if you don't package up what you're trying to say in a way that doesn't offend anybody, then the people start to calling you names. They say you homophobic. They're saying this, they're saying that, they're saying whatever. What I'll say about the movie Lightyear, and I did not see it, and about the scene that Snoop Dogg claims happened, or whatever the case may be, I really just feel like, just generically, it has nothing to do with sexuality or anything like that. I just wish we can go back to the day where a kids movie was just a kids movie, and they get to go see it, laugh, and there's no little underlining messages in the kids movie for adults. When I was growing up on TV, I'm gonna say all the way up to maybe like 8 o'clock at night, because they expected kids to be in bed after that, preparing for the next day of school, unless it was summer. But all the way to about 8 o'clock at night, you didn't really see nobody even kissing on TV. They just really show very little bit of adult content before a certain time in the day. So I just wish we can go back to where we let kids be kids, let adults be adults, and when it's time for kids to learn about adult situations, then we teach them and let them see it at that time. Also, growing up in my household, I always lived in apartments or whatever the case may be. But when the adults were talking, even if you could hear them from the next room, my mom would be like, "Okay, these are adults talking. You got to get out the kitchen. You got to go in your room or go play with your cousins." So we had to stay out of adult conversation. So let me go ahead and share screen so we can get more into this story, and you tell me what you think about it. So let's just see. Let's just let this come through. So TS Madison, Soup seems homophobic. Educate your grandkids, she's saying. Okay, let's play this.
Well, I have questions, and I wrote a few of them down. Snoop Dogg has historically been an advocate against censoring, and his fame is based off expression. So my question is, Snoop, you have music videos with women dancing and kissing other women, dancing naked. So why is displaying lesbian behavior in your music videos appropriate, and you are afraid to answer the questions from your grandchildren?
So wait a minute. There's an answer to that, which is that the videos that he does for his music videos for adults, they're not like
I think he would
for kids.
say that
They're not for
those
kids.
music videos aren't for kids.
I know that would be the setting, and that would be the answer. But as a person who understands how kids work, kids see everything. Kids see everything. They see music videos. They hear lyrics. They hear these things.
But TS, that's where parenting comes in, right? I mean, you're right. Kids, if you just let them, they can see everything. But
I'm glad you said that's where parenting comes in, because as a parent, you should also explain to your children that other things exist in the world outside of what you have deemed normal in your own home.
Let me ask you something, because I'm gay, and I get the points you're making, but at the same time, maybe at a certain age you do bring things up, but at ages that are earlier than that, kids that are younger, a parent can say, "I'm not ready to talk to them about it yet." I mean, that doesn't make them homophobic if they say, "I don't want to talk to them about all this until a certain age."
It's rooted in a bit of homophobia.
Is it? Is it
A
though?
little bit. It is rooted because
It can be. It certainly can be, but I
it's
don't know if it
rooted
is in
in it.
Snoop's case. But
you also you're never afraid to talk to your kids about having a little boyfriend or a little girlfriend at a certain age. I know that we've been conditioned to be able to like understand heteronormative activity. We've been conditioned to that because that's all we see, because we've always, as queer people, been pushed to the side and swept under. So it is time for us to have these uncomfortable conversations. Maybe not at 4. Maybe Papa will explain that to you in a year or so. Just watch the movie.
I gotta say, I've been around a long time, and for a long time I have not felt pushed to the side and pushed away. And I hear people talking about that, but that's not society today, and it's not society even.
oh, I don't think that
Harvey,
Harvey,
I
It's
love
not.
you.
Harvey.
I love you, but you're a white man, and you also are a white gay
Trust
man.
me, I was around when bars were raided, when people were fired from their jobs during the
Nobody's
AIDS
saying
epidemic.
it's not better.
So I know what discrimination is more than just about anybody.
Yeah, but it's still it comes from a different lens when you're talking about like more marginal, like, and I don't want to lean heavy into it to, because it's not your fault that you're white, but you're a white man. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about, especially in this time right now, like trans people are extremely under attack.
That's true.
Queer people are under attack, and like they've made us public enemy number one. And we're just existing. We're not even a large percent of the population, and they're making it seem like that our existence is forcing everybody else out. I get tired of people of color, and it's particularly Black men that are voicing these things and are a part of the problem. And I think that what tends to happen is that we all forget, what hand that we play in. The hand we play in stuff.
It's a good conversational piece. I understand a lot of the points she was making. Snoop Dogg says he's scared to take his grandkids to the cinema after being ambushed with questions about a lesbian couple in the kids' movie. But TS Madison says Snoop is just being homophobic. The TV personality joined TMZ on live on Monday, and they asked about Snoop's controversial LGBTQ comments on a recent podcast. So this is what he said on the podcast.
I took my grandson to see what was the movie with Buzz Light.
Toy Story?
Not that one, but
the new Buzz. The Lightyear. I think it's called Lightyear.
with Kiki Palmer's in that movie.
Okay.
She plays like the daughter. So we watching it, and the lady, which is Kiki's mama, they move on into the space years. They move down the line. They're like, man, she had a baby with a woman. Well, my grandson in the middle of the movie like, Papa Snoop, how she have a baby with a woman? She a woman. Oh, shit. I didn't come in for this shit. I just came to watch the goddamn movie. Hey, man, watch the movie. They just said she had a baby. They both women. How did she have a baby? Shh. The movie ain't over with. So it's like, it fucked me. I'm scared to go to the movies now. Like, y'all throwing me in the middle of shit that I don't have an answer for.
So I don't think he said it in a homophobic way. I think he said it very innocently. But it's an interesting conversation to have. Snoop said he took one of his grandkids to see Lightyear a couple years ago and got blistered with questions. He didn't go a couple years ago. With questions that they seen where two female characters had a baby together. He said he wasn't prepared for such content or questions from the grandson. TS Madison thinks Snoop's comments are rooted in homophobia, and it's on parents and grandparents to educate their kids and grandkids about folks who may live different lives than what is normal in their homes. We pushed back a little bit, and TS slightly agreed with such topics might be too much for young audiences, and Lightyear is marketed towards kids. Still, TS Madison says she's tired of Black men speaking out against the LGBTQ community, and she got some questions for Snoop. Listen, I understand it, but I told you in the beginning of this that I truly feel that Kids movies should be kids movies with no adult content in it, right? But that's just my thoughts. Y'all gotta let me know yours. So chat with me in the comments, and when I get an opportunity, I will chat back. If you're not a subscriber, subscribe. Hit the notification bell so that every time I upload a video, you will be notified. If you are a subscriber, welcome back. Everybody, thanks for watching. Let me know your thoughts, and I'll see you on the next video.